Hello, hello. Okay, let me go get some water and then we'll start in a bit. Be right back. Hey, Tom Swag. Yo, Zuko. Just in time for you to start on your English work. Oh, okay. It's been a hot while since last stream. Been doing random stuff past few days, so yep. No life so hard that IRL catches up. So had to be off a bit. Actually took like almost 2-day break. So a few people did catch up to my playtime. Almost. Anyways. Third free roll account on Endfield. Oh god. Okay. So the first half an hour or so we'll go through the base as we always do. Yeah. You know, it's been how many days since last stream? 5 days, right? If you're not watching Tom's stream, this POV is gonna be from like obviously my stream views only, so we're gonna try to go through everything new. There is quite a lot, as you may know, you know, it is a speed run. 5 days, 15 days to 20 days is a long time. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's talk. Why are these not stacking? That. So yeah, you know, let's just hold down S. Last time we had Antimatter, and you see the endgame is all about spending power wisely and resources wisely. So the only viable way to really do that is just kind of build more. And at certain point, becomes pretty ridiculous. And obviously these do get better as you give them better inputs, but yeah. At the current stage of game where we were a few days ago, it becomes a little hard to feed these guys. And they have better inputs. So if we just briefly look at the controller, only ignore the top half. Let's just look at the bottom half. You can see like the green, there's like Tangum input, which is really free. There's Tachyon, Magmatter. Magmatter we can't do, actually we could do it now that I think about it, but we were using Tachyon, and there's also space-time or spatially enlarged. We use spatially because there's the recipe to turn space and time we saw last time into literally, yeah, space-time into space and time, right? So 2 to 1, you get both. So that just kind of works out. And then the bottom one, the yellow, you can do either Sherbin or MHD SCM. What is MHD SCM? SCM? No, CSM. I'm going to call it Magneto because its full name is Magnetohydrodynamically Constrained Star Matter Ingot. And it is the final exotic material, if you ignore like magmatter and stuff, in game that you can get access to. And this is going to be used a good amount. So, yeah, we can't quite use those, obviously, in pre-UXV. So we had to use a Sherbin, spatially enlarged, and Tachyon. Those use a lot of space-time. And the DTPF obviously keeps growing and growing and growing. And now we're at, I don't even know how many, but like you can see it's a good amount. In fact, guess what? It's so many that the output network, so like for example, we have the input network, right? Output network for all the passives. There's so many constant updating output hatches that it's so laggy when it tries to put fluids into the mainnet. It's kind of unreal that that's a thing, but basically if we had a fluid storage bus into the mainnet, which obviously is how you would do it, right? You have the output net, you want to put everything into mainnet. If we did a direct connection, and we're not sure exactly what's happening, we have a few guesses, but it raises MSPT by almost 10. And MSPT, you really want to be below 50, so 10 is kind of a stupid amount. And at top left, you can see we're at average 31 MSPT, so we're already pretty tight. So the solution we had for that is really stupid, but we have an ME drive, which has some cells in it, right? It catches all the outputs from DTPF. And since it's also so little cells, it's very easy to calculate where to put stuff. And then we just IO port it every now and then. And this is just a timer, a little complex timer. That's the only way we've seen so far to get rid of this lag. It's really weird. But we've actually hit a point where we have too many outputs that it just can't calculate. Oh wow, perfect timing. Anyways, this item output input bus, for some reason item's fine. But let's look at something. So we have a few Eye of Harmonies. To really progress through the game, we had to do multiple eyes. And yeah. And this is pretty much the best way you can, well, fastest way you can progress through Eye of Harmony progression. Because the thing is, you can technically spam infinite 111s, right? They don't cost any Eye of Harmony input. So it's theoretically possible to get through that fast, but that is also obviously not viable because they are pretty expensive overall, Eye of Harmony. Meant to be the second to last multi-block in game. So what you normally do is you overclock Eye of Harmony, which is like almost 16 to 1 instead of 4 to 1 normal imperfect OC. So it's pretty bad too, right? So really the only way you can do better is, yeah, just build more. And we had to do a little bit of a jank. I think we went from 111 to like 211 to 221, which was a little bit of a mistake. We did 321. And then at this point, I think we started building more. So like we built another 421. So like we had both these RF Harmony and then like basically we branched off something like this. It's a little hard to say exactly how the path. If you watch Tom's stream, it's all there. And then I think at 654-ish, we started branching off to more Eye of Harmony. So for example, this side, we were building multiple Eye of Harmonies, and then this side, we swapped to needing many. Oh, I don't think these were 7s, were they? I don't remember, but Tier 6 recipe gives you Black Dwarf Matter. Tier 7 recipe gives you something called Universium. Universium is what's used to make all the new final exotic material in game, which also includes the thing we saw earlier with Magneto Hydrono. I'm not saying it again, Magneto. And this uses Universium nanites, the Eye of Harmony poop, the garbage, and then 2 Dwarf Star nanites. And these we get from lower tier Harmony, so not too really big of an issue. Universium is what takes very long for this recipe. And there is actually a better recipe which uses Universium, and it does double it. The only thing is it uses something called Eternity nanites, which is a new material we haven't talked about. It's Eternity. and it's a max recipe. So this one, UXV, electric implosion, at the bottom, right above supports tech, it says machine can run recipes 1 tier above. So if you give it UMV, it will do UXV recipes. But how do you do max recipe? Well, you have to give this a UXV energy hatch. So that's the only way you can do that. We have like 1,000 seconds before I have harmony cycle, so we can talk. That's the only way we can do that. And to do that, you have to absolutely make a UXV energy hatch. So that's one of the bigger gates, in a sense, right? Something that gates you from progressing into UXV is your first UXV energy hatch. The first one you want to use it for is absolutely this guy, because that is what unlocks this new Magneto recipe. And Magneto is used in UXV parts, literally, so very important. So if you look at UXV energy hatch, UXV energy hatch uses, well, you can literally see it's textured like the same thing, right? So yeah, it uses a lot of that. And everything else we've more or less seen before now, so the same thing here. More Universium, Magmatter, which is new, and everything else we've seen before. So yeah, it's a lot of Magneto. A decent amount of Universium because these use Universium. So yeah, it really does come down to a lot of exotic materials, and it doesn't really do. You don't really need more than that. So thankfully, it's easy in that sense. It does obviously need a lot of new circuits, UXV circuits we've made before. Just takes 30 years. So you just got to scale up the crafting. Otherwise, quite cheap. So it's not too bad otherwise. Universium is usually where people struggle because it is really slow. So the only way we did that is just build more Eye of Harmony. We stacked up a lot of tier 6 recipes. So for example, these space-time compression, we might not have them anymore. Yeah, we had a lot of these guys to make a lot of tier 6 recipes, so we can build up a ton of black dwarf matter, which lets you craft a ton of tier 7 casings. That way we can make Eye of Harmony at tier 7 recipe and 7.5. Another 7.75. Another 7.75. This one we did 6 because I think we had leftover 6 casings. And then another 7.75. And if you're clueless, like you don't know what's going on, because don't worry, it's really just endgame stuff. But TLDR, first one determines recipe tier. The second and third is like time and recipe chance. So basically, there is some way you progress Eye of Harmony. But the best way we found out is really just build more, scale more. That way you don't have to power dump as hard. This did let us spread a little more. There were a few mistakes. We definitely should have built more 7s. Because we did wait pretty much a full day to start upgrading to tier 8s. And then after that, we started upgrading towards tier 9. And between that stage, we also had to get Gorge upgraded. You are a waste of oxygen. Yeah, everyone's a waste of oxygen. Sorry about that. We gotta breathe, you know. But yeah, it's quite bad. To really get more MHD or Magneto, just have to scale more Universium, and Universium's so bad. Thankfully, Eye of Harmony does have pity, so you can see this one has 30%. Actually, this one's probably easier to talk about. This one has 34% success rate. If it does fail, this does go up, eventually hitting 100%. So if you constantly fail, right, because it's RNG, they do have a pity system to make sure that you get more. So that's really good. I don't know when that came in. It might have been 2.6 or 2.7. But without that, I think our run would have been really slow because we've been hitting many fails. Now, fail is not the worst thing. Eye of Harmony does have a special mechanic where if a recipe fails... Okay, I'm not going to talk about it, but if a recipe fails, it gives you TLDR, some space time. And thankfully, as you get your first Astral array, which we have now gotten, so after a long struggle, we upped these guys. We had to up the Gorge, right? Which we had some funny sitting around and discussion to do. But we finally got the Gorge upgraded, which was quite hard to the end. We were able to finally make Magmeter with that. And Magmeter is quite something else. I don't know if we have it set up. It might be this. This might be Quirk, Gluon, Plasma. And then this one should be... No, this one might be Quirk, and then this one might be Magmeter. Yeah. This is Magmeter. And then this one's Quirk, Gluon, Plasma. I'm not going to talk about them too much, because that I want to eventually explore on my own in a different run. But it is basically the final challenging minigame of sort, where you have to use a random resource and random amount and figure it out doing some math in-game. You have to automate it. But that lets us get Quirk, Gluon, and Magmeter. And Magmeter is also an important part of UXV components. So plate is literally used in the UXV machine casings. And it is also used elsewhere. You may have seen earlier here. And it's used here and there. Okay, anyways, Astral Array. We have 3 more. And what these let you do is normally these Eye of Harmonies use helium and hydrogen to run. So tier 6 planet. Recipe uses 7 billion helium and hydrogen. So we have these cells with 14 billion storage that pulls in 7 billion automatically and puts it into the Eye of Harmony. Astral Array basically lets you parallel Eye of Harmony. So it is kind of massive. And it goes in a way where if you have one in the Eye of Harmony, it's I think 4 times faster. So it's like 4 parallels in a way. I have a page up somewhere. Let me go look. 0, 1. Oh, it might be 8 times faster. I don't remember the exact rates, but oh, it might be 4 times faster every breakpoint. No, it's not. Okay, it's weird. But TLDR, you start paralleling Eye of Harmonies, right? So they're really good. And because when recipes fail, it gives you space time. The more you scale Eye of Harmony parallels, the more success and fails, obviously. So like you get more outputs in general. So you get a lot more stellar. Now this is a little tricky, but you do get not too much stellar as you may expect. But you get a lot more Universium. Like when we first had like a 7.7 something, we were only getting probably 2 a second. Now we're getting 150 a second. And this is with like no overclock. So it's really good. The only issue is this paralleling process does make the Eye of Harmony use Stellar Catalyst. So I'm not going to pull up the calculator on stream, but there's whole calculator on a sheet somewhere. So this guy we have set to 15.87 mil. I do believe that is correct. Let's look. I mean, obviously it has to be correct. Yeah, 15.872, right? Yeah. So if we do 9 Astral Array, it's going to go up to 31.744. So we're going to use this. There you go. Wait, what? Okay. Oh no, it worked. Okay. Why is it not showing? Okay, you have to take it out. 31.744. And hopefully that's correct. So let's just make sure this works. Yeah, 31.744. And we're going to put the Astral Array in here. I do believe that's correct, right? We'll just... I need sanity check. So obviously this is still new to me. I have done Eye of Harmony before, but in that other run, it was also someone else who set up the setup. We also used something else, not a cell swap in that run. This should be good. So we have 3 more. We're gonna go from 6 to 9. Kyouki said something. The sheet. So it should be 31744. Let me double check. On 9, Deep Dark 989. Deep Dark 989. And we have 9 Astral Array, which will go up to, yeah. So this should be correct. You can see it uses a lot of stellar plasma just to do one cycle. So it is very, very, very scary. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I think, well, Tom will probably do all that. I don't want to do it because I'm very scared about SAS. Like, we have so many that if any mistake could cost the whole base. Now, we do have a lot of safeties now. So, Elephant, Tom and Elephant did like pretty much all the work on Antimatter. All I did was help make sure the neck fuel is good, which we'll talk about, but we do have a lot of checks. Like, obviously we're using Replenisher for all this stuff. But for example, neck fuel is very, very, very scary. Look at how fast it's going down. That's depleted neck fuel, but because that's used in Antimatter too. It's barely keeping up. Right now it is a net gain, so it's good. But we had to do a setup where we have check to see if we're low or running out, then swap all the Antimatter so it uses the better ratio if it doesn't have neck fuel. So it is very scary. That should be helping out a ton with Antimatter. You can see how much power we actually have right now. We have 6 E20. I think earlier this morning we had 1 E20. So we 6-folded power. Yesterday we had roughly 1 E22. We were a bit below. But yeah, we're building a ton of power. I don't know if this is like reserve. I assume it's like obviously our storage and we burn it. But yeah, we're making a lot of power. I do believe at the moment we're generating almost 500 T to 1 Q. So yeah. Been struggling all day. Emergency fuel. Oh, that's so funny. Oh wow, we have a lot of emergency fuel. Jesus. Tom's probably scared about that. But yeah, you can see that we've been doing a lot. Like the NFR stack is just growing and growing. I wanted to double it up, so I made like a meta manipulator plan to double it. At the moment, I haven't sent it because it's not the fuel crafting that's slow. It's everything else. But in fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this. So next Mark 6, we swapped it off Stellar. But now that we have 9 Astral Arrays, we should be able to swap back to a faster recipe and a more efficient recipe at the cost of some Eye of Harmony input. So I'm going to do that. 48k. Let's just do roughly the same. Yeah, that should be fine. Put that in, and we're going to... Actually, let's just flush everything out. Gonna find the neck fuel. I think I just saw it. Nope. I'm gonna cancel it. Just manually send like 5 mil. And this should be a much faster recipe. That should be good. Yeah, we do have Astral Array and Overworld. So we have 2 Eye of Harmonies here. I assume this is going to be for Black Dwarf Matter when it's time. Oh, just finished. Okay. So we should now have... I think you need to turn it on. 9 Astral Array. And now it is running. And we are solid. 294. Wait, is that correct? Let me just make sure. 294. Oh yeah, that is correct. That is perfect. 294 average Universium per second. Earlier we were at this, so we pretty much doubled. 14k raw stellar plasma a second average. And we're using, what, negative 60 trill EU per tick? Not too bad. I think Duck just got back. What up, what up?
Hello. Are we fixing quantums? Before we request more?
We have 9A now. We're fat.
That's fat.
Yeah, it just put in, like, literally, this cycle was our first one.
Let's go.
So I swapped back Nagfield to Stellar because Tom took it off. Because we should be really solid now. Like, no way.
Yeah, we got 9A. That should be fine.
Yeah. Even at like 4, I think we could have done it. But yeah, now it should be easy. So hopefully Nag should never run out.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of issues.
God, if I try to request 100,
let's get some.
Oh no, that's fine. Okay. What if I request 1 bill? Oh, Tiberium.
Should we?
Interesting.
I'm tempted to switch to full opticals now. Now that we have
this is fine. This is all it is. Okay, let me mute. I'm also streaming too, by the way. So let me mute. Okay.
Are you streaming? Okay, nice.
So, yeah, these are fine because these are made on like level not emit, but it's made fast enough. Tiberium's a little scary. I'm actually scared. How are we running low on Tiberium? We should not be. I feel like we should have billions, not millions of Tiberium. We are processing it correctly, right? We can always set some on... Oh, not that one, but... Actually, we could technically make this now, but... No, we shouldn't. It's such a small boost that it doesn't matter. We should send... we don't need to. We can... Oh, there's... Oh, now that we have access to like all the good modules, that there's really little point to upgrading on some of them. That's really weird that Tiberium is... I think we're fine. We're probably fine. But just in case, this is what I've been doing. If something's low, I put it on top of my favorites, so I can see. So, that's good. Let's go back to the Astral because I forgot to show this, yeah. So this one is on Overworld, which is a little weird, right? This one's on the highest tier planet, which is Deep Dark. This one's on Overworld. And this one has 2 Astral Array. So the thing is, Astral Array eats stellar plasma, as we saw, right? It uses a lot per cycle. Thankfully, this is still a net gain. I do believe, yeah, so this doesn't account for how much it uses. This actually only makes, where is it? Wait, is this, maybe this is accounting for net gain. I don't know if this is accounting for net gain or not. It might be, actually. I think it is accounting for net gain, and it is making that much per second. But this one at just 2 only. Astral Ray. I almost wrenched it. I would have been annoyed. Makes almost the same stellar per second. It also gives you White Dwarf Matter because it's a lower tier recipe. So you kind of have to do multiple Eye of Harmonies on different planets. We're also using the old ones because there's no point to take them down. These are all doing tier 6 planet, just so we can get a little bit of Black Dwarf Matter too. And this you barely need much, so just 4 is fine enough for now. White Dwarf we don't need that much too, but we're only running this one for Stellar because it's so positive on lower tier recipe that it's just good. And yeah, eventually this one will become our Black Dwarf Matter and then we'll be pretty solid. Astral Array. They're pretty expensive. If we look at Astral Arrays, we've been making a lot already, but you may see that the cost is quite something else. So it's a lot of these Gallifreyan.
Thoughts on spamming a couple more coals as well?
Coals or?
Yeah, just UMV ones.
Oh yeah, true. We could feed more power. Are we still doing 2T on them? Surely not.
How much power is that?
Surely we're doing more than 2T.
Oh, we are. Okay, yeah, we can
I don't know. Yeah.
We can up those to those lasers that we crafted, I think. 80. We don't have that many. Oh, we do have quite a few actually. 1, 2. We have 11. 22. 22 times 80. What capacitor? I'm assuming this is UAV. Yeah.
Yeah. Number of Eye Harmony doesn't matter. Yeah. At this point, AA is one.
Waiting on a lot of parts for superconductor.
But yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
To make all the AAs, I mean, I think you kind of see the point of Endgame at this point.
900 UMV wireless. What those?
This is from the pure DTPF. The pure amount of power. Yeah, I think the game slowly becomes a spam fiesta, and that is kind of the point, right? You need to do infra, and the only way to do infra is, well, more of everything. So we're at that kind of point where, yeah, resource free, because you may have realized I have Harmony does give a good amount of resources, right? Like this is one cycle. This gives how many cycles? 256 cycles. Yeah, 250 cycles of this much dust is a good amount. So if we just look at the network, so like these output networks on the Harmony, if we just look at the network here, where's the terminal? Oh, right here. You can see a stupid amount of plasma. Now we're using a lot of plasma, so it's actually not building up as much. And a lot of dust. In fact, it's so much dust that like thorium, uranium, I was checking earlier. Earlier this morning, we had 1.3 bill. Now we have 2.3 bill. Yeah, it's good stuff. Basically, this now solves resources. This now slowly solves all plasma issues. Now, it's not all plasma. There's only some... there's only like what? Yeah, this much plasma you get from Deep Dark and like other ones. But the ones you can get, they're pretty much free now, right? Space-time is also free. 2.8 billion in this Eye of Harmony network. So we don't really have to make any anymore, since that just comes for free. So now we are at almost a sandbox stage. Actually, I think with 9 AA, it is pretty much the sandbox stage of game where really is just making sure your TPS is good and all. Why swap 979? I don't know if we do 979. I think when AA becomes super power expensive, maybe. I mean, I assume we'll talk about it when we get to that point, because that'll be a really easy swap. But yeah. At this point, the problem is more stellar. Because stellar, we're going to be eating. Because one of the other things we have to make to get to this UXV stage is eternity. Eternity is one gate from Universium to UXV. And it uses a QFT to do so. And the one we're using is right here. The recipe is quite interesting. So the first eternity.
Soy.
What's up?
For the research setup, where are the data sticks going if they're not going in the subnet? Oh wait.
Oh yeah, you need to put it in the controller. I kind of forgot.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
I figured it out.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't deafen, but I do want to talk to Duck when he's talking to me. So eternity is right here. It uses some very weird stuff. This is free. Two things: primordial matter. This is made from all free stuff mainly. It's the stellar plasma that's scary, but these are all 1-to-1. The main thing is the chronic singularity. To make chronic singularity, there's two recipes. First way uses more eternity, right? So you use eternity to make more eternity. Eternal singularity, which is free using space-time and black hole, right? But you can't quite do this because you need eternity to do so. But the moment you can do this, eternity, is infinite, as long as you have the stellar plasma for this thing. The first way you make this is using this awful recipe, using Magneto and Timepiece. There's really not too many ways to do this. And you do absolutely want to focus this recipe using fermium and neptunium. Because that is what increases the chance to get the first recipe, for example, because we want eternity, right? Because if you don't hit eternity, then you're missing out a ton of Universium to do this recipe, so this is a very scary step. I actually don't know how many steps it took us to do this. I think we got it in like our good try, so that's good. But the first time you make this, you're gonna need a lot of Universium because for this small batch, you have to do this one recipe, which means you have to make one set of Universium nanite, which is a lot of Universium. 10k, and I think it's actually more than 10k. I don't remember. Maybe I'm missing something, but it is quite annoying. I think this also uses one here. Yeah. You can see it's not the greatest. Thankfully we weren't too unlucky, I believe. I think I was actually off that day. That was one of the days I took a break, so I'm not sure how many we tried. But that allows us to get infinite eternity going as long as we have the input, which we do easily have now. I assume this is just slowly being made, which is why it's not always stocked. So yeah, that is pretty much solved, and eternity after that becomes relatively free, so we're just building up millions of it. Yeah, we already showed the UXV hatch. So that's good. That's done. At this point, QFT is finished, right? This is pretty much the last one you have to do. There is actually one more we haven't done yet because we haven't needed it yet. That'll be for gate stage of the game. So every resource from QFT, pretty much done. We did obviously have to scale some more. So for example, I believe it was this guy, then the Quadria, to make so much nag fuel. So like we saw how fast it was going down earlier, right? It's so stupid fast. Like, oh my god. Look at that. It's like roughly 6 buckets a second. 7, 8 buckets a second. To make that much nag fuel, you kind of need a stupid amount of resources. Thankfully, Eye of Harmony will help out now, but before we had to kind of spam the Quadria input. And the only way we could have done that easily, which I did earlier today or yesterday, is, well, 18,000 the Quadria B. We also had to up, guess what? Alright. Let's do the same thing we did earlier in the stream. Endgame of NH. We had to do a little bit of pumping and a little bit of mining. And yeah, it's a lot. There's really no way to do all this stuff without spam, because like we're not gonna AFK. Well, we will, like it's inevitable, but we're not gonna AFK when we have opportunity to scale. What the hell? This one's just not even formed. Or is there too many elevators that the cable can't render? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Maybe someone screwdrivered it, but yeah. In fact, just recently, it's been getting so hard to spam that we had to use new machines that we can finally craft. Space pumping module Mark III. What up?
Where did all the UMV 65k target hatches go? Are they used in a craft?
Oh shit, it is.
Oh crap.
It's used in the Eye of Harmony casing. Oh shit.
No.
We should rename them. Let me fix that pattern. Yeah. Oh, that means you can't meta manip it though.
That's so annoying. What a Kyouki make.
I put the recipe
1k draconium ring. What's that? What is draconium ring?
Dude, someone keeps removing their recipe because they probably don't want to see which one to take out and just take that one out. Like, it's used a bit. It's not. Yeah, I don't know if it's. I think you just have to send more, bro. And just hold it on you.
Do we even have an extruder?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do? Nice.
Yeah, we could
So there's
rename
some
it,
machines
but
we still don't have.
I guess we should rename it, even if we can't use meta manip. You can place it and break it and then meta
Does it
manip it.
not work? Ah, that's so annoying.
It is, yeah.
Like a name remover.
But better than not having it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, we'll put a name remover.
Dude, someone's gonna get confused. They're gonna be like,
Start.
why can I not? Why is this recipe weird? Let's go ahead. Someone's 100% gonna get confused about this. Like, this is actually so cursed.
Small runs, yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit.
Okay, there, fixed it. So it should work.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
I guess I'll just craft those lasers. What are they?
ASDF1.
65K.
Yeah, dude, Space Pump Mark
MVs.
3 is so stupid. 16x better
What do
than
you
Mark
mean?
2. Holy.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I did have to.
Are you upgrading them?
No, we crafted 18 this morning.
Oh no, it's
So we should be pretty solid for a while. Yeah. Yeah, it's only Black
so
Dwarf.
So the assemblers is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it obviously
Black
is some.
like on crack as well.
Actually, is it even Universium? I think it's just Eternity. It's not even Universium. Yeah. It's so free.
No, I don't think so. Right, what else was slow? So circuits were slow. I think holes are slow, so we'll upgrade those. What benders slow? I think benders might have been slow. I was trying to
Actually, benders are kind of slow. Do they have UMV 8H? Let's see. It's probably an easy fix.
Are they?
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah. The macerator is so funny too. You know, yeah. Dude, whoever scaled them didn't make a tier 2. I had to redo that shit.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, because I don't copy a madam.
I know, yeah.
Oh, I guess if you have it, yeah.
I put it in the controller, so even if someone expends it now, it should be fail proof. Assuming we need to expend this. I don't know if we need more than this, but
no, probably not. Where's the bend? Oh, the benders are down here, I think. Are these benders? The forming presses?
This one might be forming.
Where are the benders at?
I don't know where it is.
And forming press? Wait, where are they?
No
Don't
clue.
tell me we have one bender. Is this our bender? We have one bender here.
Okay, I'm gonna deafen for like 5 to 10 minutes. I gotta go through the whole base. Okay, BRB.
No problem, no problem.
Okay, so let's actually deafen for once, so we can go through the whole base because I've been talking too much. So yeah, I should probably talk about the whole base. We pretty much talked about the whole endgame. If you're just coming into the stream, I do recommend. I try to add rewatchability to my stream, so at least at the start I explain everything. But the black holes are chilling. We do have a second one now because you may have seen the Eternity recipe earlier. Does use chronic singularity. We're gonna need this stuff on the passive. So Tom set up a second one. I think it was Tom. I think Tom. Oh, Kyouki placed it, but yeah. Kyouki, Tom, and I think Adam also helped set up the second one just for passive singularity. It is using SFM design just to make sure that we're always making singularity. And it's pretty good. That's how we have over 1 million singularity. This is actually going up and down, so it's a little scary, but hopefully we should be chill now. Surely we don't need more than one, right? We might. We might actually need it for this run. Because you can't really overclock these guys more. The only way is either feed it more spacetime, which is really not that useful. Because it does go only a little longer, so like it's not even that much faster. So we might have to build another one. But that's this side of the base. We already saw the DTPFs. Like I'm not really gonna like you get it at this point, right? The 1's not enough, 2's not enough, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, yeah. Compact Fusion, you may have seen earlier, is much bigger. I think we are at how many? Let's see. Let's count. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We can just count the outputs. We have 13 plus 29. Is that all? I think that might be all. Yeah, 13 plus 29, 42. What a weird number. 42 compacts. And it is still scary because they're not running. What? That is not good. They should always be running. Okay, we're gonna up you to times 100. They should always be running metastable. This is the worst one. Everything else you can more or less solve in Fusion, right? Because like these, okay, these you can't solve otherwise. These you have to Fusion. Everything else pretty fast and you don't need too much. You saw like Astral Array, IVE Harmony gives plasma. But yeah, it's a little scary. You're running Eternity Loop with UXV and it was not positive with 1. Okay, oh, if you're running UXV 16K, okay, maybe, yeah. Actually don't know how much we're feeding it right now. We might already be feeding it that much. Because I know we wanted to do a lot of Eternity stuff. ASAP, it was this one. I'm gonna punch Kyouki every time I see Kyouki. Oh, we're doing UXV 4K. Because you're gonna be, okay. We're actually pretty close to there, but yeah. Assuming we're not doing too well in Eternity, which I think we're fine for now. But if we look at like UXV Coal, because that's going to be the next big thing, which I might put in the sheet. I should actually really put this in the sheet. Instead, you know what? I'm going to change the sheet a bit. In fact, it is a little incorrect. You should look at the sheet if you haven't in a while. Easy get, it is in the description, the run tracker. I need to update. IVE Harmony tier 9 is actually Astral Array. I'm on the wrong account. I have to swap to correct account. This was actually Astral Array. I'm going to add one more below. It is going to be UXV Coal. So that should be good now. Where's my game? I lost it. Yeah. If you look at UXV Coal, we're missing 2 things. Universium, Stellar Cata. Stellar, not Cata. Stellar Plasma. Really solvable with just more Astral Array. And that's pretty much the game. You scale more AAs. You make sure you have the infra to craft more AAs. Because right now we have 9. They do have a specific formula. So you go from 1 to 2 to 4 to 6 to 9. The next one is going to be 15. Yeah, 15. And at this point, it might be okay to start doing steps. So instead of sending 6, we should send another IVE Harmony here. So we can up like, I don't know, it's really weird. I guess we could just send 6 because we have the mats. What the hell? We have the mats basically. It is a little weird. Everything else can be brute force. Yeah, I should show that too. Because Gorge Plasma, we're at the point where power is pretty good. We can toss everything we can in Gorge. This is pretty much almost everything. Oh, and guess what? How do you make some of these weird metals? IVE Harmony, you know, it does give a lot, but doesn't give everything, right? It doesn't absolutely give everything. Like, this looks like a lot, but it's still missing so much materials. So how do you do that? Well, we've seen Deep Dark build 4. It is now doubled in size. So we now have 512 Void Miners. All in Oganescent, obviously. Actually, let me make sure they're all on. They should be on. Yeah, they look all on. We can even check the drone center here. $512 connections. Yeah, nothing's off. And we had to do a lot of storage. Infinity chest no longer cuts. It's too scary. So we have to do digital cells on drives to make sure that we can get enough storage. Actually, we might be missing some. Let's go ahead and add a few more. This way, any exotic material is for sure good. Seems like we're good now. Yeah. Kinda insane amount of ores. This is really the only way we can get a very easy source of weird materials. For example, this is our main source of titanium dust, because I don't think this comes from iHarmony. Yeah, there's a replicator, but ideally this is very expensive, so we don't want to do that. We're using void miners to get that. There's many other stuff that you can get from Deep Dark. So this is how we get it. And guess what? Wait, DD does give you? Oh, it's probably just not shown then. Okay, yeah, just not shown. That sucks. I assume it's in here then. Oh yeah, it isn't. Okay. Before. Okay, that's good then. Before, you know, that's how we were getting it. Now it seems like, yeah, iHarmony is easily winning it over. He gives like 200 dust. Okay, that's kind of insane. Does it say it here? It doesn't even say it here. It's just, yeah, they just don't show it. I assume it talks about it somewhere here. I'm not gonna go through it, but that's insane. Okay, I assume this was all. That's crazy that there's just hidden 200 items. Maybe I should look through this, look through the list at one point, because there is a lot of three mentioned. Sodium were always, that's funny. Which one gives sodium? Probably everything. Actually, it's not everything. It's only some of them. Oh wait, did I just see overworld though? Yeah. That's such a garbage amount. Oh, it tells you. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. It's like the DOB comb. Mag oxide dust. This one, right? Where is it? Was it not? I thought it was the DOB comb that gave this guy. Oh shit! Oh, how do I search the B? Oh, I think it's in the Cosmic Matrix. It's like that one where you can't see it, but this time they tried to display it. You just can't see it. Yeah, right there, DOB drone. They tried to display it, just too long, so it just cuts off. Oh yeah, DOB might give straight neck. I remember it being something weird. Oh, did I turn on? How did I turn that on? NM. Let's shift N. Oh god, what's the key? Gravi 10. Bro. What did I press? Oh, I got it off. Okay. I hate Gravi suit. Some conductive iron. Yeah, in the DOB. It's just, there's some weird stuff. We actually skipped it this run. It was just not worth it for our run. In a normal run though, it's very good. Anyways, let's keep talking through the base. There's just too much. I keep getting distracted, but yeah. We talked about Endgame. Let's go back a bit. Beamline. It's too slow. We have to design new things. So we finally come up with a design that seems to be fast enough. If you know of a better design, please send me a Discord DM or something of a screenshot. At the moment, this is our design where we use inputs. We have an ME chest with cell. We have a sticky card with the mask filter. We use an infinity chest. And then we just have a very strong conveyor. We're using a UEV one, but that's overkill. But this does let you, for example, let's send crystal sock. Send 2 mil. So that's the setup I have. Yeah, I think this is pretty much the fastest you can do a beamline. We've tried a few others, but there's nothing else that seems to match this. And this is pretty much the easiest way to set this up. Yeah, I think they have a talk in MetaDev channel about adding like AE supported bus. Hopefully that goes through. This is done. Come on, laser. It's probably one Heil doing all of it, so it takes like 6 seconds. Okay, what? Should be done by now. I was probably crafting something else. Okay, there we go. So 2 mil. This gets all the mask. The ME chest gets all the stuff. Stocking bus there. And then this, you can see, is doing a ridiculous amount. 80 seconds per second. The mask, you can see in the bus, is pretty much coming in not quite instantly, but enough to match the speed. And this we had to feed a ton of power. So the bottom guy getting 8T times 4. So he's spending 33 T. Other ones still are on lower amp because actually the top one should be faster. It's on 32B. But we do need to speed them up. But the bottom one is mainly the slow one. That's why we had to speed it up so much. We pretty much have the same design for all of them. Ignoring the ME chest, it is all the same. And then ABS. We also had to do a bit more power into them. So each of them is getting 2T now. And that happened today. And the Dragon Blood we set up before, finally we had to do more. So we finally got the final casing, the Chaotic Fusion casing. I assume someone set up the Chaos Dragon. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Where that Draconic Reactor at? I want to see. We did set up the Draconic Reactor to get all the Chaos Shard. This is pretty much, should be enough till the end game. Yeah, you use Draconic Reactor. But what? It's empty. Makes sense. It's probably on Tom's stream because I assume Tom did the same setup he did before. But yeah, this should get us enough Dragon Blood till the end. We're pretty much always sending some. Oh, someone canceled the recipe, but I sent 2 bill Dragon Blood again to queue it up, just so we can always send some. So if we look in here, oh my god, what is this slab trap? Yeah, you can see a lot of Dragon Blood in there. You know what? Let's just send like 2 bill again. Oh, I had to send that one missing. Alright, I just did the same thing again. Yeah, I'll just hit cancel. And then I'll just stay in the crib. And it should be good. We don't even need to put it on maintainer, just send a lot. It's stocking busted, but I'm lazy. Yeah, that should be cool. And all the machines have finally been properly moved to cribs during the time I've been off. I have been helping here and there. Now, I've only been taking break like 2 days. I have time to play. It's just not as much as before, so there's that. But yeah, if you don't see me streaming, I still do play. Just my free time is a little less predictable now, so I do play on and off here and there. Today, I know that I have some time to at least talk about some catch up. That's why I'm streaming now. But we are finally filling up all the machine area. Laser go all the way here. Cutters go all the way here. That's finally getting solved out. Somehow this output network wasn't as laggy before, but now it seems like someone set up a proper IO port. So that's good. Oh, that's why it was slow because we're using 10 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. MSPT just rose to 49. That's scary. And it dropped back to 33. So yeah, things are kind of wrapping up. Just storage butch on hat. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Storage bus to focus bus directly. We thought about it, but I don't know. The infinite chest to conveyor is good enough. But yeah, we're finally kind of wrapping up on anything new for the run. It is, everything is the same, right? So the good old base, you know, is gonna be its final state soon. TM. I know Tom talked about redoing the whole base at iHarmony, but really, it didn't happen. Obviously, some things are going to be kept the same. We are designing some new stuff here and there, but all in all, everything's the same. And this design I'll talk about in a bit, but the main point at this point is make sure that you can craft everything fast enough. And these circuits, what the hell? Why are you? Oh, because it's actually not neat. Okay. Circuits are so slow. Even with, okay, to be fair, the cows are fine. Look at how many optical cows we have, by the way. Jesus Christ. Even with so many cows, which is fine, the advanced assembly line is just so ridiculously bad. And really, the only way is, well, just feed more power for head. So that is what we're looking into right now. UMV 256, very cheap. It worked very well for the setup. But now we need to do more. We can't spam more of this setup. TPS is already kind of getting scary, or MSPT. So here is the setup we're going with. If you can't do too much power throughput through ATs, because AT chaining is very expensive at one point, how do we do? Well, we can use wireless LSCs. This one with a green battery can do 100 trill EU per tick input. So if we have something where we can kind of split in a way, we can do a cursed setup like this, where we have slightly offset advanced assembly line in a way where we can line up lasers. So like this is this AAL. So you can see like this Tetris shape, right? And then this is the bottom AAL. But we have it built in a way where we have 4 lasers just lined up perfectly. And now we can do from LSC 4 lasers to this one, 4 to this one, 4 to this one. It is quite clean. It's so cursed, yet so clean. And this way we can do 100T per 24. Just to be safe, I did put exactly enough amp for just a bit under 100T on 24 of these AALs per LSC. This is going to be what we're pushing forward with. Yeah. And I'm hoping this is good enough, because this should be, it's like UMV 31K, I think. Yeah, I think I showed it earlier too. It should really be good enough for gate tier infra. We'll just need more than this, obviously. But yeah, this should be good. And yeah, it is very easy to MM. It is true, yeah. That's the main upside, because you don't have to do ATs, so literally no scary parts about that. And the batteries are pretty cheap too. Like, obviously in early mid-game, these are ridiculous, but now we're at the stage where sending them is like really not too bad. Yeah, plus we always have them crafted, so it's like so fast. And we'll be finishing that up sometime. Seems like Doc's working on that right now. Because Picos, even though they're always running at 10 seconds per slice, times probably 64, it's not fast enough. Like we need more. And Picos are UMV circuits, so we just always need more. Somehow, UXV circuits we're doing fine on. Just so funny. But we're gonna have to fix that for Stargate too. And yeah, the circuit infra is kind of looking okay with that. And to craft all the iHarmony parts, Tom had to do some funny thing here. Really, the best way to do that is, well, just dump a lot of power. So we're feeding 100k UMV here. So we can do Gallifreyan, which is the tier 9 casings, at 140 seconds per slice. But yeah, when you have so many of them, and you have like separate networks to do them properly, this should hopefully be okay enough. It's quite crazy looking too, but it's quite clean. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, it is a very miserable to set up. I wonder if he used Ring of Loki, because I know he has Ring of Loki now. He probably did. But yeah, it is quite cool looking. I do think this is pretty much the best way you can do IV harmony parts, other than like one, because one is not going to be enough at our point of game. Like we could just dump max power, so like UMV formula laser, but this is pretty much the most efficient way to craft them constantly without burning your power, right? So I do think this is a very smart way to do this. And it's turning out to be very good. So there's that. Let's keep looking through the base because, well, turns out to craft all the NAC fuel, we had to do this stupid Maypuri, right? We also had to up everything else, so all the old infra, make sure they're all on UMB, UXV. We're not using UXV hatches because they're too expensive, so we're using UMVs. Now we can do wireless pretty much everything. So guess what? Underside of the base is now cleaned up. No longer is it a giga mess of lasers. Obviously, we still need lasers, but the main power spine is fully gone. We have swapped almost fully to UMV wireless. We're even using something like UMV 64 amp just to cut up on laser usage because sometimes it's fast enough. So things like this, it's fine. And it's turning out to be enough for pretty much everything. So there's that. The hell, fluid extractors are slow. It's just doing a massive recipe. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Just in case we can scale this to, is it on how many amps? Oh, it's only at 2 amps. Oh yeah, we should up this. Very easy fix. UV energy. Dude, I'm so glad I learned about Mark Stack this run. I'm so glad because this feature is so good. That might power fail this machine, but we might be safe. Actually, I think we are safe, right? Because yeah, it has to update structure first. Yeah. Yeah, it should be fine. It doesn't use the full amp correctly, but it's fine. Just make sure that they don't overlap. Yeah, Mark Stack is definitely goated. Shit, we're missing UM. Wait, what? Really? Oh, we actually spent. We out of. We had 1,000 stocked almost always. Seems like the Astral recipes just killed it all instantly. Because we do have Gallifreans on maintainers now. That is definitely eating all UMV wireless. No. It's all on Picos. The evil Pico circuits. Yeah. That we need so much. Goodness. They fixed the GUI. I might be missing chat, sorry. Ice cream sandwich, yeah. Duck was streaming earlier. I swapped out all the glass to these tinted white. Someone called it ice cream sandwich. Seems like everything's chill and yeah. The base is looking so much cleaner now. Yay, finally, now that the run's ending. In a week or two. But yeah, things are good. UU matter, I had to double up because we were a little scared on its usage, but we should be easily solid now. The Oganescent production is very solid too. I had to up the storage to I think 10 bill because Astral array crafts are using a lot. Just so we always have Oganescent stored. Wait, who set IOF pull bus to 1 tick? That's not good. Who keeps changing it? Okay, someone keeps changing IOF. Oh, no. That's so lag prone. Like, this is good enough. Alright, we should probably do ×2 now. We're at that state. I'm kind of annoyed that someone keeps changing this, but this you shouldn't have to change the bottom number ever. That's really scary. Someone changed that to recipe check on and that. How much RAM? I actually don't know. Have the page up. 16 gigabyte memory. I don't know. Ask Elephant or well, Josh doesn't hop on much anymore, but when they're on. Have you set up electrode separators for tank? Yeah. We had that ages ago. It's the one here. I think they're already on UMV 64, so they should be good. Might need a bit more because I'm a little scared. How much? Okay, I'm gonna pull up the gate page for Stargate. Stargate Mirahizi. They do have the cost. How much tangam is it? Oh, we have enough. We're enough now. Obviously, we'll use a lot in the crafts, but I think we're fine if these are constantly running. This is like passive lube, passive steam, random shits all around the base, just to make sure things are giga solid, right? What the hell is this? Passive carbon. And yeah, really reaching the end game. Just making sure we're saving TPS. And that's kind of why we removed all the wires. Really, there's nothing else to do for saving TPS here. And yeah, I'll talk about finally the last thing, which is our NAC fuel net. This is quite cursed because this was like culmination of 3 different people's work, and then I had to fix it at the last moment. So now hopefully it's solid, but NAC fuel, you're always gonna need it, right? So NAC fuel, we have the OG fluor antimony processing here, right? I did set up a 2 emitter end gate for when we have under 2 bil of any NAC fuel for this wireless, and that's how we're saying turn off or on the EBF. Because the extreme dust, we're generally fine on. We might need a bit more. In that case, I will just add 1 more emitter. Might actually have to do that soon, but that should be very easy, right? But the fuel itself, you get from Mega Cracker here. And you always get more light. Yeah, someone did such a cursed setup. I had to add a sign just so we don't do this. For some reason, we were cracking both fuel. So I took off the bottom one, and now we're only cracking light fuel because light is the one you get much more of. Cracking light does give you heavy. So we're turning light into heavy if we get too much light. So that's how we're doing that. We also have the same emitter here. So if it's over 2 bil on both fuel, we don't need to make more. Actually, I might turn this up to 5 bil now. Let's turn you up to 5 bil. Because now we're getting NAC dust from Eye of Harmony and stuff. So we might be kind of solid. Yeah. So we're going to see some of this stuff come in. 64 mil. Yeah, 64.2 mil. So it's going up. And then the cracker kicks on. And then we have all the DT tower here, which might actually need more power. Because they're only running on wireless because I was too lazy to get laser here. I really should laser this. If we're lazy, what we just do is I'm gonna type that every time someone does that. If we're lazy, this is what we do. It's so little power, so it's so bad, but hey man. It works, it works. The right one, we don't really need to give it more power. That's dependent on this guy. They're like equal-ish speed. So yeah, we're chilling now. We should be good on NAC field easily again. And this might just be enough NAC field to beat the game. So hopefully we don't have to up the production again. Worst case, just add more UMV lasers here and we should be good. And Jesus Christ, what is Duck doing? Yeah, it's your OG setup. We just up the machines more. Make sure the emitters and setups are good enough. And I think it's these two MCR doing the other steps. The reason there's two is because, again, 3 different people work on it. You get stuff mixed up. So hopefully now that feels good. And somehow we're fine with only 16 nanoforge, but yeah, we're chilling on nanoforge. That, well, and then there's this funny quantum computer setup. And that pretty much is the end. I did have to up the press more for uranium and so on. These are our generic superconductor press. Did try to do a clean AT setup. So if we need to copy, we can just copy this whole stack. And things are looking pretty okay. But yeah, finally we are caught up on all the stuff today. Can undeafen. Okay. So, what is next, right? What is next? Well, we need to push more AAs. And the main thing is, oh my god, it's a stupid amount of pico circuits and everything. So like, there's many things here that's really easy to do, but my god, our picos is so bad. 110k and we craft them how fast? Every 0.15 seconds? A whole 5 hours of craft just for one circuit? Yeah, not good. And okay, it seems like this one is 4x faster. That's really good. And holy shit, is it cursed. I'm gonna assume Duck wanted this on. Surely, right? I already did the calc, so these shouldn't power fail. Oh, it can't OC one more time. Dude, that is so unfortunate. Yeah, you see how it's using max 700 bill, even though the laser is 4T. That might actually work. That might actually work. Okay, I'm gonna turn off. We're gonna have to wait till this guy turns off, but holy shit, this cursed setup might be perfect. I'm chilling. This guy's just letting it void. Nah, I mean, it's so cheap, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna let it finish, okay? Okay, maybe I'll let some void. Okay, let's God, I wanna wait all that time. Let's try full amp. 348 times 12. 340. We'll just 348.4. 348.4 times 12. We can add another capacitor. The cursed setup gets more cursed. Oh my god. When tier 4? Oh yeah. We I think Tom's gonna do that when he's on. We'll be swapping to actual really good Antimatter setup. Oh my god, this actually works out. This is actually crazy. Oh my god. I can't believe this is gonna work out. Why did that back? We actually make just enough power. So now we should pull 101 T. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. So, oh, which one was it? 4.1855. Okay, let's just type the whole thing. What was it? 55? 333-41248. Is that correct? I hate that I can't see it. 4185-533-341-248. I could have just typed it off stream, but that's fine. Times. We have 24 per floor. No, it's still over. No. Yeah, that's actually worth. It's so much more expensive on power. We should be chill. We'll just keep saying that. Tom will fix. Tom will fix. Alright, this is so much faster now. The second UIV. Ah, we don't need to do UIV. It's just the blue is fine. Coolest. I want to see this almost run out and then fill up. It's so fun. Okay. Okay, I guess I will just turn you. 5 times 12 a minute? Oh, we just have to wait a minute. That's nothing. This is where Ring of Loki would have been good, but I'm not using it. I will never use it. Okay. One day I will, but not. This run is not the run. I'll ask Duck to turn these on again. But I'm not doing it. Okay, but I might have to end the stream early. I do have to go to sleep soon. I have to get up early every day, so. Okay. I'll see you guys another time. Sorry about that. It was meant to be a short stream, so. See you guys another time. Sorry about that. It'd be like that. See you guys.